Characters to identify a dicot plant. The morphometric characters. Leaf, apex, apical part, leaf margins, blades, veins, basal part, base, petiole, stipules. Simple leaf, opposite, lamina, blade, petiole, stalk, leaf, base, pulvinous. This is the compound leaf. These are the leaflets. This is the axillary bud, pulvinous leaf base. This is the rachis, and these are the petioles. Leaf blade class. Leaf blades are classified as, according to their area, as a leptophile greater than 25, nanophile 25 to 225 mm square, microphiles 225 to 2025 micro fields, notophils 2025 to 4500, mesophile 4500 to 2225, macrophiles 18225 to 1,60,025, megaphiles less than 1,64,025. Leaf shape, acicular, needle shape, linear, rigid, tapering to a fine point from a narrow base. Subulate, all shape linear, very narrow, tapering to a very fine point from a broadish base. Auriculate, earlobe shape, having two small round lobes at the base. Cuneiform, vase shape, inverse triangular with rounded angle. Deltoid, a solid, the transverse section of which has triangular outline like the Greek A. Linear, many times longer than broad, approximately parallel sides, length and breadth equal to 6:1 or to 3:1. Inciformis, sword shape, long, quite straight with the point acute. Lanceolate, lens shape, long, wider in the middle length, breadth equal to 6:1 to 3:1. Oblanceolate, top wider than bottom. Oblong, length and breadth is equal to 2:1. Ovate, section of an egg, length and breadth 2:1. Obovate, opposite of ovate. Elliptic, oval with a short point, elliptical acute at each end length. Round, somewhat round, a little inclining to be oblong. Chordate, heart shape. Spaculate, spoon shape, oblong with lower end very much attenuated. Sagittate, gradually enlarge at the base into two straight lobes like the head of an arrow. Hastate, abruptly enlarge at the base into two acute diverging lobes like the heads of halberd. Rhomboid, diamond shape, oval, a little angular in the middle. Lobe with several points, hastate, spear shape. Pinnatisect, cut but not to the midrib. Peltate, rounded stem underneath. Perfolate, stem through the leaves. The simplest way to describe the overall shape of the lamina is to locate the axis, or in some cases the zone of greatest width that lies perpendicular to the axis of the greatest length. Elliptic and oblong, spatial. These are the shapes: symmetrical, asymmetrical, base asymmetrical. Definition: midvein length, distance from proximal most of the distal most point of the midvein, apical extension of length, basal extension of length, leaf length, and mucronate. Base angle. The vertex of the base angle lies in the center of the petiole at the point where the basalmost of laminar tissue touch the petiole. Base angle is the angle from the vertex to the point where the line perpendicular to the midvein from the base intersect the margins in leaves with a basal extension. The base angle should be measured from the same vertex point to the basal point of the leaf on each side. The base angle is always measured on the apical side of the ray, even in leaves where the angle is greater than 180 degrees centigrade. Peltate leaves are defined as having a circular angle. Apex angle. Apex angle is the angle from the apical termination of the midvein to the pair of point where a line perpendicular to the midvein and from the base intersect the margins, these and these. In leaves with an odd number of lobes measures the apex angle as in unlobed leaves. In leaves with an apical extension, the apex angle should be measured using termination of the midvein as the vertex and the apices of the lobes on either side. The apical angle is always measured on the basal side of the ray, even in leaves where the angle is greater than 180. Odd lobe acute apex, odd lobe obtuse apex. Base shape. These state apply to the basal, the lamina, cunate shape, convex shape, and rounded shape. This is the truncate, concave, concave convex, decurrent, and complex shape. Chordate shape, lobate shape, sagittate shape, and hastate shape. Position of petiole: marginal, peltate central, and peltate concentric. Apex shapes: straight, convex, rounded, truncate, acuminate, and complex. Apex shape: retuse, emarginate, and lobe. These are the different shape of leaves. Coefficient attribute of the leaf narrowness coefficient. Stipules. These are the stipules. Term coined by Carl Linnaeus. It is an to outgrowth born on either side, sometimes just on one side of the base of a leaf stalk petiole. Stipules are most common on dicotyledons, where they appear in pairs alongside each leaf. If a single stipule goes all the way around the stem, it is known as ochrea. Stipules are morphologically variable and might appear as a gland, scales, hairs, spines, laminar leaf-like structure. Functions of the stipules are mostly protection of younger leaves, making food only in case of foliaceous stipules. Classification of stipules: according to the duration, caducous, it falls off before the leaf open. Deciduous, it falls off immediately after the leaf opens. Persistent, it remains attached to the plant. For caducous, Michaelia example. For deciduous, banyan leaf. And for persistent, hibiscus leaf. Caducus, deciduous, and persistent. According to the shape, size, and position: free lateral in hibiscus, adnate in rose, interpetiolar in ixora, intrapetiolar in gardenia, ocrate in polygonum, foliaceous in pea, bud scale in banyan tree, tendrilar, spiny in ziziphus. These are the photographs of free lateral and adnate, interpetiolar and intrapetiolar, ocrinate, foliaceous, bud scale. Modifications of stipules into spiny stipules, as in acacia and ziziphus. What is inflorescence? Solitary flowers are formed by direct transformation of shoot tips into flowers. Inflorescence is the arrangement of flower on the floral axis. The flowers are arranged with respect to a fixed floral axis called rachis. The stalk of the inflorescence is called peduncle. The stalk of the flower is called pedicel. On the basis of the position, the inflorescence can be terminal inflorescence. The inflorescence is at the apex of main branch, main axis continue into axis of inflorescence, and axillary inflorescence. In this case, inflorescence is at the axil of the leaf on the branches. Two basic types of inflorescence, racemose and cymose. No flower at the tip of the inflorescence axis. Formation of flower is unrestricted. Arrangement of flower is acropetal. Younger flower at apex and lower one is at the end. Older flowers towards the base. Pedicel may or may not be present. Cymose, a flower at the tip of the inflorescence is axis. Formation of flower is restricted. Arrangement of flower is basipetal. Younger flower at the base, older flower towards apex. Classification of racemose inflorescence. Simple, unbranched, which is having peduncle elongated, divided into raceme, spike, catkin, and spadic types of inflorescence. This is the raceme type of inflorescence. Younger flower at the apex, older one at the base, and the flowers are with pedicel. Spike inflorescence. The flowers are sessile, young one to the apex and older one to the base. This is the catkin type of inflorescence. This is the young flowers and these are the older flowers, and flowers are sessile without bract. This is the spadix inflorescence, which are covered with a large petiaceous bract. Then peduncle or internode shorten. There are two types, corymb and umbel. In corymb type of inflorescence, this is the peduncle which are having the flowers arranged at the same level, young ones to the periphery and older ones to the center. Umbel flower, which is having a on the central axis, flowers in a umbrella-like structures. Peduncle, that is capitulum type of inflorescence, which is having a disc-like structure with involucre of bract, and there is two types of flower, disc florate and ray florate. Then branch racemose inflorescence, which is having the peduncle elongated, that is paniculate raceme, compound spike, compound spadix, compound corymb, and compound umbel. Classification of cymose inflorescence. Simple unbranched cymose are monochasial, dichasial, polychasial, and branch is paniculate cyme. Monochasial cymose is having the solitary, which is having a single solitary flower at axillary or terminal position. Helicoid type of inflorescence, which are having flowers only on one side, older flower at the apex and young ones on the secondary, form a helix. Then scarpoid. In scarpoid, older flowers control or check the growth, and later on the young ones are formed in scarpoid manner. Polychasial cymose. The main axis is converted into flower, the older flower at the center, and then there is secondary branching, which bears again older flower at the center and two lateral younger flowers. Then branch paniculate cyme. The younger flower, older flower in the center, check the growth, and then there is lateral secondary flowers. At the center of each secondary laterals, there is older flowers in the center and young ones to the periphery. These are the special types of inflorescence: cyathium, verticillaster, and hypanthodium. The cupular structure developed by an involucre of bract. There is a single female flower in the center, surrounded by numerous stalk male flower. Each flower is represented by a single stamen. This is the very special and peculiar character of family Euphorbiaceae. Verticillaster type of inflorescence is also a special characteristics of family Lamiaceae. In this type of cymose inflorescence, it consists of two clusters of flowers that develop from each of the two opposite axils of the leaves. Each clusters represent dichasial sign. Flowers are sessile and appear as a cluster around the nodes. Hypanthodium type of inflorescence. The main axis develop in a cupular receptacle. Within an apical opening at the apex, both male and female flowers are present on the inner wall cavity, enclosed in cupular structure. For example, ficus. This is the very peculiar character of family Moraceae. These are the structures of inflorescence. Artificial key to mangrove species found in Mumbai. Thank you. Taxonomic keys and tracketed and indented keys. Taxonomic keys used for identification of plants or animals, defined as a device consisting of a series of contradictory statements or proposition requiring the identifier to make comparison and decision based on statement in the key as related to the material to be identified, helps in quick identification of unknown plants. Always a choice between two contradictory statements is provided. One can be accepted and other is rejected. A single pair of contradictory characters is named as couplet. Each statement in the couplet term as lead. By making the correct choice at each level, one can arrive at the name of the correct plant. Proper use of key. Appropriate keys to be selected from floras, manuals, handbooks, monographs, revision, etc. Cultivated plants not usually given in floras. So for these manuals treating such a plant to be used. Introductory comments to be properly read first. Both leads should be read before making a choice. Sometimes the first lead may seem to be correct. The second lead may be more appropriate. The meaning of unknown terms should be checked using the glossary. When measurements are used, such as the length of leaf, fruits, etc., several material specimens to be measured. No decision to be taken based on single observation. Results should be verified by reading a description, comparing the specimen with illustration of an authentic herbarium specimen. Construction of key. Always use constant characters, not variables. Never use terms such as large, small. Instead, make correct measurement. Characters always available are to be used rather than seasonal characters. Always use positive terms. For example, stipules is present can be used but not. Stipule is not present. As far as possible, both choice of a pair to be started with the same word. Seed round, seed oblong. If possible, different pairs of choice should start with different words. Flowers white, sepals free, sepals fused. Flowers red, corolla 1 to 2 mm long, corolla 3 to 5 mm long. Types of keys. Dichotomous key choice is made only between two alternate couplets are called dichotomous keys. Contrasting characters are chosen which divide the full set of species into smaller groups. Each time number of species are eliminated so that the choice is narrowed down to the correct species. Dichotomous Greek origin, dik means two and terming to cut. Types of dichotomous key: indented key or York key. Indent the leads of the couplet or equal distance from the left margin. The two choices are labeled 1 and 1 dash or 1A and 1B. Bracketed key, both choices are given side by side. Choices are numbered or lettered. Indented key on rhododendron. 1A, flower is shades of red. 2A, flowers blood red, leaves oblong, ovate, leathery and thick. Matty texture. Rhododendron sikimensis. 2B, flower crimson red, leaves broad, oval to elliptic, oblong, shiny green above. Rhododendron fulgens. 1B, flowers in shades of rose pink. 3A, calyx 3 to 5 mm long, leaf under surface covered by brown hair, that is Rhododendron walche. And 3B, calyx 1 to 2 mm long, leaf under surface glabrous, Rhododendron campanulatum. Bracketed key on rhododendron. 1A, flowers in shades of red, go to 2. Flowers blood red, leaves oblong, ovate, leathery and thick matty texture, Rhododendron sikimensis. 2B, flowers crimson red, leaves broad, oval to elliptic, oblong, shiny, green above, Rhododendron fulgens. 3A, calyx 3 to 5 mm long, leaf under surface covered by brown hair, Rhododendron walche. And 3B, calyx 1 to 2 mm long, leaf under surface glabrous, Rhododendron campanulatum. Drawback: the key may not include all potential variation in the species, may rely on features not present in the seasons, may not include all species of interest, one may misinterpret and make a mistake. Thank you.